So hi Paul, welcome back for part 2 of the Finding Your Way to an Inspired and Purposeful Lifestyle.
It's a pleasure, and thanks for the opportunity to speak to your guests.
No worries. So how can you tell if you're on the right track if you don't actually know what you want?
I tell you what, that's an interesting question. You've been looking up the interesting questions encyclopedia or something, have you?
Oh, that's right.
Look, it's actually difficult, because if you don't know what you want, you can't plan your way to get there. You can't target it. You can't devise a map, and somebody can't devise the map for you. So there's only one other way that I know of in order to get what you want or experience what it is that you think you're capable of experiencing, if you don't know exactly what that is. And the way to do it is to adventure forward. Because the more you adventure forward in anything, the more you'll actually discover it. So the only other way that I know is to venture forward and discover it. Now, you might go down the wrong rabbit hole a few times, and you might bump into a few obstacles a few times. But the more that you're adventuring forward, the more that you will find the right sort of people to support your adventure forward. And that's the whole idea behind Joseph Campbell's seminal work, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. And basically he talks about all cultures have their narratives or their stories about the hero and the hero's adventure, and it's always the hero adventuring forward that then finds the right people to support the quest that the hero is on. And obviously you find tricksters, but those tricksters are only there to make you stronger. And obviously you have challenges, but those challenges are only there to make you stronger. So there's a really, really important concept. If you don't know what the right track is, then if you're adventuring forward, it's actually going to feel like the wrong track, because it is going to be unfamiliar. And anything that is unfamiliar is going to elicit an uncomfortable response. Now, from a survival point of view, from a survival reference, anything that was uncomfortable was hardwired in as danger. And so the survival mechanism kicks in and you retreat from this uncomfortable experience, because the uncomfortable experience is going to be interpreted as this is not right. And so the most important concept is that you have to give a different meaning to a familiar feeling, because the familiar feeling is not going to go away. It's a hardwired thing into our survival mechanism. And so whenever, quote unquote, you are out of your comfort zone, it is going to feel uncomfortable. But see, if you're venturing forward, it's going to feel uncomfortable. So uncomfortable in this essence is actually going to be the correct feeling, the most productive feeling. If you're feeling comfortable, you're only ever working off the familiars. And so therefore you can't be on any track if you're working off the familiars. You're just now retreating back into this thing called the comfort zone. Now, I'm not saying, go out there and do things that really put you in danger in order to reinterpret that feeling or anything like that. But if I look at the question again, how do you tell if you're actually on the right track, quote unquote? Well, see, the right track will never be the right track until you discover what it is that you want. And then it turns into the right track.
Yeah.
And so it really is about you know, having the presence of mind, and look, you know, if people want support, then that's what we're here to do. We're here to actually offer the support. And so because we've both done our own journeys, we know that it's an unfamiliar experience and it's uncomfortable, but in actual fact, it's the correct feeling. Because, you know, we can only grow from discomfort. We can't grow from comfort. Every athlete knows that. You cannot grow. If you're sitting there and you're doing a gym routine or any exercise routine and it feels comfortable, there's no growth taking place. So does that make sense?
It does, absolutely. And I totally agree with you, you know, having gone through this journey and still traveling the journey, you know, to a lot of extent, but, you know, having, you know, awakened this thing, you know, I call self-directed purpose. And it is so true what you're saying around, you know, we get stuck or pulled back into the comfort zone because it is the familiars, you know, so that makes a lot of sense.